The lens cap finally comes off after 2 weeks of this camera sitting in my back seat. I'm Jake McCollum. I don't even know what the date. It's like July 20th. Yeah, July 20th, 2022. I just say that for selfish reasons so I can go back and be like, oh, on that day I was doing this or that. For any of my regular viewers, I'll explain what I've been up to at the end of the video. In this video, I'd like to talk about my experience daily vlogging for 142 days straight, 71 videos. That math doesn't make any sense, Jake. Well, what I did was I would film one day, edit the next, film one day, edit the next. It was a repetitive, it's a crazy schedule that I had. And I'm gonna just kind of explain the why I did it, the how I did it, the story behind it, how I feel about it now, and etc. And so I've got like 3 pages worth of notes here, and since I couldn't memorize this whole entire book, I will be looking at this a lot, so please forgive me in advance, okay? So right off the bat, you know, this is the why, okay? So keeping myself accountable was one reason why I decided to do this whole daily thing. You know, I felt as if I had too much free time, and, you know, I was only posting once a week, and I wanted to try and put in way more work and utilize my time and be more productive, okay? I wanted to see how much I could handle, if I was even capable of doing this, and for how long. Basically, I wanted to challenge myself, okay? And the growth, you know, I was only posting like once a week prior to this. You know, I had been working on this channel for 4 years. You know, I probably had about 30,000 subscribers prior to doing this experiment, and I wanted to grow, and I just felt like more videos, more subs, more chances of being seen and heard, and more the potential to go more viral because you're putting out more videos, you know what I mean? And so, and with that said, you know, for me, growing up and seeing other daily vloggers do their thing, I saw exponential growth in what they were doing. Like, for instance, like, I wrote this list: Casey Neistat, Austin Augie, Emma Chamberlain, Jacksepticeye, Roman Atwood, Jesse Wellens, Ben Brown, Logan Paul. All of these people are huge, and at one point in time were daily vlogging. And I figure, you know, maybe it could be beneficial for me. So, moving on, how I did it, there's someone that parked right next to me. Every time I start to film, this is what happens. Just, you know, ironically, someone decides to, sorry. Anyways, how I did it and kind of the story behind all of this, okay? So, like I said, film, edit. Basically, I am, like, what type of YouTuber I am is a vlogger. I document my day. And so from the morning until night, I film my day. And I have to think of ideas on what I'm going to do for that day. Where am I going to eat? What place am I going to go to? Am I going to visit this friend? There's just so much to think about in filming one day, okay? And I would take all of that footage from that one day, and the next day I would drive to a Lowe's parking lot for Wi-Fi, because I've been living out of my car for three and a half years or whatever, something like that. And I would edit in the parking lot for like 12 hours straight. Every other day. And no, I don't like going to coffee shops. There's the music playing, there's the people walking all over the place, and I have ADD and also stupid, but I can't smoke my e-cigs in there either. And so this is my happy place, this is my home, and I felt more comfortable at, you know, the best place to get Wi-Fi, which is Lowe's. That's basically how I did it, okay? So I started about 5 months ago. I was in Dallas, Texas, which is basically my home big city. You know, I grew up an hour north from there, in my hometown, Sherman, Texas. And so at first it was like super fun and pretty easy for me to just take my camera out, because, you know, I had friends out there. I could work. My family was out there. I could talk about car life. I could, I was working a recovery program. As far as drug addiction goes, I used drugs for about 8 years, and I've got over 3 years sober now, and so that's an important part of my life, is staying sober and working on that. But guys, by this point, I had created about 31 videos in 62 days. And I started to feel some burnout, and I started running out of ideas. But in reality, after thinking about this for a while, it was actually just kind of like the lack of time management on my part. But I did feel as if I had no time with how the schedule was, and so coming up with new ideas, I kind of just felt like I was becoming repetitive with the videos, and I needed something fresh, you know what I mean? So I decided to leave Dallas and go 3 hours to Austin, Texas, and start fresh there. New environment, new work area, new people, different things to do, etc. And I did that for 15 videos over the course of a month. Okay, that was the first page. Second page right here. Until my 30th birthday rolls around, okay? And I decided to buy this camera that I'm filming on right now. I had it shipped to my best friend's house out in near Dallas. And so I ended up having to drive out there, spend some time with my friend, kind of rejuvenate myself, and just put out a couple of videos that were easy for me to edit, just like talking head videos, Q&As, etc. To give myself a little bit of time to think about what the next step was. And that next step was, well, let me start by saying, by this point we're 47 videos in, 94 days straight, okay? And by this point, I became entirely addicted to the vlog, and I was operating as a completely different person, like on a new level, okay? Basically, I had one mission, and that was the vlog, and I had to, at all costs, post at least every other day. That was what was ingrained in my head and what I had to do, okay? So leave hometown, /Dallas, /Austin, /Texas, and decide to go to Colorado Springs in Colorado. Okay? Again, new ideas, new things to do, etc., etc. I make about 9 videos in Colorado over the course of 18 days, when all of a sudden I get some bad news. And this still bothers me. It was basically a family emergency. And this is when I started to realize that the daily vlog was kind of having a negative effect on me. I ended up deciding to drive all the way back to Texas to, go through this family emergency. And throughout all of it, I didn't stop the vlog. I still was working, and I still was addicted to trying to post something every other day. And through this family emergency, I kind of just wish I was just more there. I mean, physically, yeah, I was there. I drove my car all the way back there. I was talking to family and friends. I took it easy on the vlog, made some easier videos, but ultimately, I know in the back of my head, it was just like, I wish I would have just put the camera down for a couple of days just to be a little bit more present. I mean, it was a big deal. And then, that's ultimately how I realized, like, yeah, it still bothers me. I still feel like shit about that. Moving forward, after that, decided to come back here to Colorado. Accept a new city, Denver, of course. So, new environment, new people to see, new food to try, etc., etc. And ironically, again, another 9 videos over the course of 18 days. And this is where it all starts to catch on fire. You know, I filmed the last video on this channel, which was vlog 71. It was the Matthew Beam video, meeting him. He had millions of subscribers on YouTube, and I thought it was a pretty big deal. I mean, it was. And yeah. And at the end of that video, I kind of talk about how burnt out I am and how I really felt as if I needed to take a break. And even I got to the point where I was like, I am considering quitting YouTube altogether. You know, and what's funny is I woke up that next day after posting on July 5th, 2022, and tried to film another video. Filmed the intro, started filming some B-roll, and I was just so distraught, angry, sad, every emotion you can possibly think of, that eventually I just metaphorically, mentally broke, collapsed, and started crying. Like, all day. Like, I knew it was over. And, kind of leads us to why I stopped, okay? This is just, I'm gonna just read this whole entire list here. Basically, you know, couldn't handle the time management. I couldn't handle my time management with the free time and everything. Got to a point where I couldn't focus on all of the mental health issues that I've got. Couldn't focus on staying sober and my drug recovery, even though I did stay sober, but it takes work to stay sober, you know, and I couldn't focus barely on that, and because I wasn't in a good place, I thought it was reflecting back into the videos, you know, and I couldn't breathe, you know. I couldn't even hardly have fulfilling or engaging conversations with friends or family, because all I could think about was, what am I going to do for the next video? Couldn't research any topics that I would want to talk to y'all about, you know, and I absolutely started hating Lowe's parking lots. That is, a human being should not have to endure sitting on their ass for 12 hours straight every other day for infinity amount of time. Like, how long did I expect to even try and do this? You know what I mean? It's just not, a human being shouldn't have to do that. And then the last one I wrote down, which is pretty important, is I started running out of money. You know, my full-time job is gig economy, working Uber Eats, DoorDash, whatever. And because of the vlog, you know, I mean, I could have easily incorporated working into the vlog, but I liked going out and doing different things, not just working every single vlog, you know what I mean? And so with that, I started dipping into my savings, third page, and, you know, I've started living paycheck to paycheck, and, you know, I'm at a point now where it's like, I had to pull everything out of my savings. I have no savings now, just to pay my bills this month. And, you know, next month I've got to figure something out, you know. You know, basically I learned that I'm perfectly capable of doing the daily vlog, but at what cost, you know? You know, moving forward, there definitely needs to be, like, I should have given myself some free time or relaxed days. And for me, that just means, you know, time for family or emergencies, new video ideas, brainstorming, researching topics, my mental health, drug recovery, and meetings, taking inspiration from other creators, watching their videos, etc., you know. And other than that, through this process, I was able to see, you know, new areas, meet new friends, people, go on wild adventures, eat unique food, travel, entertain others, film the process, see how hard I could really work and push myself. You know, it wasn't all bad. Like, I am truly happy and proud of myself for getting through this, this experiment, you know? And, you know, I just need to be smarter about moving forward, whatever that looks like. And as far as this channel goes, I'm kind of still in a to be determined type of mindset. I really just wanted to explain what I've been up to and talk to y'all about my experience, you know, because It's not normal for me to go 2 weeks without posting something on the channel. So that said, if anyone's curious what I've been up to, you know, I've talked about this a million times already, but I basically have been binge watching Casey Neistat. I've seen literally every single one of his videos on YouTube, which is an ungodly amount of videos now. But I was studying his craft throughout watching the process, and I learned a lot. And I'm pretty sad that I finished. You know, it's like watching your favorite TV show. Remember how you felt when you finished Breaking Bad or Stranger Things or whatever your favorite TV shows? You're left like, oh my gosh, I wonder what's gonna happen next, or I can't believe it's over. That's how I feel about Casey, you know. But I took so much inspiration and learned so much from the guy. He's basically been my virtual mentor the past, you know, ever since I started this channel for years, you know, 4 years, 5 years ago. So, I think it's good that I finally finished, because now I feel this urgency to move on and kind of do my own thing. So ultimately, that's what I've been up to. But other than that, working gig economy, but it was trash, and I'm trying to figure that out. You know, I'd work lunch and dinners the past 2 weeks. Like I said, my financial situation's in a pretty shitty spot right this second. Got to figure that out. And I've been running a lot, like nearly every day. Ran my first running event, 5K, which I'll post a video about that I've already filmed and created soon. Literally ran so much lately that my toes started bleeding, and my toenails are purple. It's called runner's toe. And so I've been having to take a break, which is ultimately the reason why I decided to film this video, is because I couldn't run. And then just praying, reflecting, brainstorming, and thinking about what I'm going to do next with my life. Yeah, that's it.